The next area that we're going to look into is the settings icon. To access the settings for SmartOffice Connect, you can do that by clicking into the cog icon or the gear. When you click into the cog, it will open up a new window for your settings. The first option in the menu is the About SmartOffice section. This is going to give you the version number as well as the build and when that build was published. This is helpful information when working with the Candy technical support team on any issues that you may be experiencing. The next tab down is the Accounts. The first option in the Accounts section allows for you to edit which username and password you're using when signing into the client. In the next section, we'll talk in more details about the Microsoft contacts, but you do also have the ability here to sign in with your Microsoft account to pull in all of the contacts that you have within your Outlook client. Notifications, you have the ability to set or select specific tones that you want to come up for ringtone or for text tone. So you can see if I click the drop down here, I have a couple of different options for ringtones, and I also have the ability to change the text tone as well. Under sounds, this is your sound settings for your computer, so which microphone you want to use, which speaker system you want to use. If you need to adjust the volumes or the microphone gain, you have the ability to do so here. In addition to that, if you wanted to change the settings for your speaker or your ringtone audio output, all of these things can be done from the settings within the sound area. Under controls, you have some additional settings such as launching the program when you start your computer. You can set it to log SIP traffic. By default, this is turned on. This is extremely useful when it comes to troubleshooting because it will log all of the SIP messaging in the logs that we'll talk about in just a second. You also have your incoming call alert mode, so you can set it so that you receive notifications and the app, or you also have notifications only, or you can just disable notifications. For setting it as the default calling app, you can do that within your settings. If I were to click this button, it would just open up my normal Windows settings area so that I can change the default calling app. Language settings, you also have the ability to set it so that SmartOffice Connect is always on top. This is turned off by default so that you can minimize the application, but if you wanted it always on top, you have the ability to do so. The next area we're going to look at is the logs. So these are great from a troubleshooting perspective, and if you ever open up a case with the Candy support team, it would be a good idea to include these logs as a part of your ticket so that we can quickly take a look at them and resolve any concerns that you may be having. To save these logs, all you have to do is click on the Save button. Find a location that you want to store the text file on your computer. I would recommend giving it a name so you know what it is that you're sending in. Maybe include a description of the problem, something like that as the file name. Hit Save. That will save a text file that you can then upload to your support ticket. The last button is the Reset button. As the message indicates, this will actually reset or do a factory reset of the SmartOffice Connect client. It will erase all your contacts. It will erase all of your call history, your message history. It's like you're doing a factory reset on a telephone. So that's important to understand when working with this reset button. It will do a factory reset on the application. I'm going to choose no because I don't want to do that. But the option does exist if you are inclined.